Did you know that Marlboro was originally marketed as a woman's cigarette? The rugged cowboy that defined American masculinity for generations was actually created to solve a marketing problem: how to rebrand a feminine cigarette for men. This remarkable story completely transformed cultural perceptions of masculinity, and most people have no idea how it happened. In the 1920s, Marlboro was explicitly marketed to women with the slogan, "Mild as May." The cigarettes even featured a red band to hide lipstick marks. By the 1950s, the brand was struggling and had less than 1% of the cigarette market. At the same time, health concerns about smoking were emerging. Filter cigarettes were seen as a healthier option, but they had a major image problem. They were considered feminine and weak. Philip Morris needed to make filtered cigarettes appeal to men. Here's where the marketing brilliance begins. In 1954, advertising executive Leo Burnett created the Marlboro Man campaign, featuring rugged cowboys smoking in the American West. What's particularly clever is how they overcompensated for the feminine filter by creating the most exaggerated masculine imagery possible. They didn't just show men, they showed the most rugged, independent, masculine archetype in American culture, something you might not know. The original Marlboro men weren't real cowboys, but models, including a police officer and a Navy sailor. Only later did they switch to using authentic ranch hands, which added credibility to the campaign. The psychological insight was remarkable. They weren't just selling cigarettes, they were selling a vision of masculinity that many urban office-working men aspired to, but couldn't achieve in their daily lives. The outcome was astonishing. Within a year of the campaign's launch, Marlboro went from a niche brand to the fourth best-selling cigarette in America. By 1972, it was the world's best-selling cigarette brand. Here's what's truly fascinating. The campaign was so successful that it didn't just change perceptions of Marlboro, it changed cultural perceptions of masculinity itself. The strong, silent, self-reliant cowboy became the dominant masculine ideal in American culture. The cultural shift was extraordinary. Elements of the Marlboro Man's aesthetic, denim, rugged boots, and stoic independence became fashion staples and personality traits that men aspired to, completely separate from smoking. This marketing campaign didn't just sell cigarettes, it fundamentally changed how generations of men thought they should look, act, and present themselves to be considered masculine. But the story's influence extends far beyond cigarettes. This campaign pioneered what we now call aspirational marketing, selling not just a product, but an idealized lifestyle or identity. Something most advertising discussions overlook, the Marlboro Man campaign was so effective that it continued virtually unchanged for over 45 years, one of the longest-running advertising campaigns in history. What's particularly striking is the dark irony of the campaign's success. At least 4 men who appeared as Marlboro men died of smoking-related diseases, including lung cancer. The rugged symbol of vitality was selling a product that ultimately killed its own representatives. The technique was so effective that it's now standard practice. Think about how many products today are marketed not based on their features, but on the type of person you'll supposedly become by using them. And here's what most people never realize: many of our cultural ideals about what it means to be masculine or feminine aren't natural or traditional. They were carefully crafted by marketers trying to sell specific products to specific demographics. This is marketing manipulation. The campaigns we explore didn't just sell, they changed how we think, act, and live. Understanding them gives you power. Want to apply these same principles to sell a lot more of your stuff? Visit benmcgary.com to learn how. Until then, subscribe for more.